You're listening to Alabama Tradition with Ryan Fowler and Martin Houston on Tide 100.9 in Tuscaloosa.
So we welcome you right back in. We will be here until 7 o'clock. Normally we do Alabama Tradition. Martin Houston tonight preaching at New Beginnings with Randy Fuller. That's Randy's church starting at 6:30. So if you're close over there, have a chance to go over and listen to Martin. Martin starts at 7. Worship starts at 6:30. Martin Houston not going to be with me here for this portion of the game. So we'll do our score prediction contest. We will roll on. We'll take predictions if you want to jump in. Alabama preparations underway. Tuesday practice closed down as they get back to try to find a way to fix some things. We've talked about this throughout the day. What is the priority that Alabama needs to fix? What is the one thing that Alabama needs to fix? Getting a lot of people chiming in on the Twitter side of things at Ryan C. Fowler. If you want to get on the score prediction day, we'll do that all the way until 7 o'clock. 205-342-9904. And let's get to Tony in Tuscaloosa. Tony, good afternoon. You're in the game.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You know, Quick Dave's got to know. He's got to call earlier so I can get my call in because I'm going to wait till after Quick Dave.
I got you. Oh, are you waiting to see what kind of score he predicts and then you?
Why, sure, of course,
Okay.
man. I mean, that guy's pretty good. Now, I don't know if he's as good as Johnny when it comes to picking three, or the Downer from Gardendale.
Yeah,
I
Doomsday.
think he's pretty strong. Doomsday, Danny the Downer. He's pretty good at picking three too.
Yeah.
I'm really good at picking the three, like cursing them, like
Right.
I'm the Grim Reaper.
Sure.
I come in there and I do that, and that's what I did last week. And I
was looking at your picks earlier. You didn't do too well.
Well, I normally that's what I'm. That's why I picked Auburn. I picked them to lose.
Yeah.
And that's why I picked Ole Miss. I thought I could bring Ole Miss down. I just didn't realize picking Alabama that I thought we were immune to that. But you know what? You know what I've got. What needed to happen in this game and what Florida helped with. We're all talking about what Alabama's got to do. What we got to do as a fan base?
What is it?
This is not the greatest team of all time. Last year's team.
Okay.
Last year's team was the greatest college football of all time. This team is not that team.
Okay.
We got to change. We got to change our expectations. And I'm talking about me. What was my prediction for the game against Florida last week?
Man, you got a lot of questions today, man.
You don't have to.
No, that's okay. No. I mean, I got it right here. I mean, would you like me to read? I mean,
you can. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, you actually went by DT last week, and
I did. That's right. That's funny. I did. Why did I do that? I forgot. Somebody.
I don't have a clue, but I wrote it down here. DT, aka Tony.
Yeah, it was something funny.
Yeah, 50 to 13. 50
That's right.
to 13,
That's right.
and out to the side. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
A minimum of one defensive touchdown.
That's right. And I felt that way because I was like,
God.
Their best quarterback isn't going to play. The other guy's a stooge, and they can't throw the ball, and we're going to get up on them early, like 21-0, and force them to throw the football, and it is going to be a shellacking.
You had the largest score prediction out of anybody.
I'm going to have the largest one this week, too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're playing Southern Miss, but
I'm still going to have what is the largest so far because I want it. I want larger.
My heavens,
Because,
man, you were like full of questions.
I know.
I
know.
Here, let me add it
hey,
up.
while you're looking that up, let me just tell you, TJ at the pharmacy at Midtown.
Okay.
he ain't gonna pull a Florida. He didn't get out there and get y'all worked up and get y'all worried about, oh my goodness, is my prescription going to be here? He's going to have it ready. He's going to do that. He's just called. They texted me to tell me the prescription's ready, and then I show up. They go, oh, but it's not ready. No, that's not pharmacy at Midtown.
Yeah,
They're not pulling that like the big box stores do. You know, all right, is my prescription ready? I don't know. Have they texted me? No, they hadn't. I wonder if it's ready. Maybe I'll go by there. Hey, they texted me, said it was ready. Is my prescription ready? No, that must have been a mistake. It's not ready. You're going to need another 24, 48 hours. No, you're not going to get that there.
Man, I do not miss the big box stores of going to the pharmacy.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly. And there's one place over in Northport that I used to use, a big box store. They would tell you there'd be like one single file line in the drive-through, okay? And you'd be up there, and what they do is that you would get in line, okay? You'd get in line, and you'd get up there, okay? You'd wait like 40 minutes, okay? Because you'd be sick. Go in. So you'd wait in line. You'd get up there, and they'd be like, your prescription's not ready. Do you mind driving around the building? Ma'am, I just waited. Right. I just waited 40 minutes. You want me to get right back in?
You just texted me to tell me it was ready.
You want me to get back in this line? Are you kidding? Okay, right. I'm sorry, sir. It's
You know what else I bet you don't miss? The frustration of the people behind the counter. You know, you'd show up and that person say, do you mind driving around? And they just got that look of, oh, I might just jump off the bridge on the way home. Have you ever seen that? I mean,
like they don't smile. They don't smile. They're just like grumpy.
I mean, you go to the pharmacy at Midtown, man. It's like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, what? No line? There's no line here? There's no one coughing on me? You know?
It's beautiful. The pharmacy at Midtown, TJ Thomas.
Yeah, there you go.
The pharmacy at Midtown, TJ Thomas. And if you want to experience customer service like Tony and I, all you got to do is simply call those guys, and they'll take care of you when you look at the pharmacy at Midtown. Locally owned and operated. Call 205-752-0627. Transfer your prescriptions right now. All right, let's go.
You know, I know people are frustrated. You know, I know people are frustrated. That's where we are as a dynasty, is that winning at Florida is not enough.
Well, now, Saban called me last night after the show, and he said he really liked Monday's show. He really thought it was appropriate.
That's right. Because we got people. You know, we got 5 stars that are more worried about. And I think Will Anderson let this cat out of the bag. Name, image, and likeness, and the talent at the University of Alabama. I'm talking about the ladies.
I knew that was coming.
Well, I mean, because who isn't? I mean, you're a student at the University of Alabama. I mean, it's something special. And when you're an athlete that soon to be a multimillionaire, it's really special. And you can't blame them.
Golly, Buff, Tony.
But this is the thing. You got to perform. And when you got a lot of guys that they performed in high school, but they've never been in the spot to perform at Alabama yet, and they've run through some easy games and blown some people out and this and that, you know, that's a whole nother ball game.
Well, I said it last week. When you look at, there's some that think they can show up with that script A on their shirt,
that's right.
and these teams just roll over, and that's not the case. They're going to bring everything they have and then some, because they want to knock you off the mountain.
That's right. That group last year had experienced disappointment. They had experienced it. That's why they were the greatest of all time, and I guarantee you, Saban will tell you the same thing, because the leadership had experienced disappointment. and they weren't going to experience disappointment. They knew what it took. This team is learning that. I'm very proud of this team because Coach Stallings would tell you what, how many plays win a game?
A few. Yeah.
Less than 5.
Less than 5, yes.
Less than 5 plays win a game. There are 3 plays that won that game. First was stopping the 2-point conversion, right?
That's a big one.
Did you think they were going to stop the 2-point conversion?
I had doubts.
I mean, honestly, just the way the flow of the game was, what they were doing, did you think we were going to stop the 2-point conversion? No. But we did. Then we had to get the first down, didn't we? To help run out the clock, to make sure they didn't have enough time.
Which tells me that we
long.
Think about it, Tony, when you're talking about those moments right there, okay?
That's right.
When everybody in the stadium, including Grandma up in the upper deck, she knew that we were going to run the football. Everybody did. And we still lined up and pushed them off the line of scrimmage. So it's not about potential. It's about a want to. It's about a focus. It's about attention to detail. When Alabama needed it, they pushed them off the line of scrimmage. That tells me the potential's there.
Hey, man, when it came down and we had to get the first down, we got the first down. And then
even when they tried to use the clock and hide the clock from us, little cheating suckers.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the biggest play of the game was the punt.
Yes, Lord. Yes. James
and I'm going to tell you,
thank you very much.
Tell me that you weren't like me going, of all the times that we've all cursed our special teams and our punting, this is the time.
I looked at my wife and I said, you watch it. He's fixing it. He's fixing to get it blocked or he's going to drop the football because, all I could think about was Nick Saban telling us that James Burnip, he said, he doesn't really have to play football. He's never really, I don't know if he's even been on an organized team. He said, we don't want him to learn football. And I'm going, oh, Lord, pressure situation. He can't even hear himself think. And here we go.
It almost had 2 blocked already that day.
They were close.
Close. And what happened when it came down and we had to execute?
Boom!
They didn't even get near it. They didn't get near it. He got it off, got it done. Look, that's what champions do. We needed adversity.
Lord, how mercy,
we needed
Tony.
to be pushed.
I never heard you be this positive in my life.
Oh, bull! I'm generally almost always positive when it comes to things. Look at my score last time. My prediction.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear this one. But I'm just saying, we needed that. And we went to Florida. And let me tell you, I know you love Lane Kiffin and this and that. Dan Mullen is just a good play caller as Lane Kiffin. He's elite. And when I heard him last week start bad-mouthing his team, like they didn't really have a chance, this and that, the alarm bells started going off. He knew he had something on us. He knew he did, and he did. How many times had they thrown to the tight end this season before that game?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Not one time. Not one pass completion to a tight end before this past Saturday. What did he wear us out with?
He found him. Tony, give me a score.
54-0.
Why so low?
Is that not the highest point differential? Is anyone higher than that? If they are, I want one more point than they are.
Okay, now the nearest person's 52-3. Yep,
54-0.
Yep. So you've got the biggest one. 54-0, and then Southern Miss total offensive yards.
I like 250. That's about right. 250, maybe right around there. But hey, my point is, this is still a championship team. This is still an undefeated championship team. But this isn't the greatest of all time like last year. We can't expect that.
All right. Roll Tide.
But roll Tide.
Tony in Tuscaloosa, presented by the pharmacy at Midtown. Rebecca, good afternoon. You're in the game.
Hey, good evening.
Hey, good evening.
I'm calling for my husband, Harris. He's a diehard Alabama fan. We live in Texas.
Oh, cool.
He works nights, so he wanted me to call, and he said y'all need to have some more faith in Saban and quit panicking.
I got you. Well, he's probably right. He's probably right. So he was stressed during the game too?
Oh, last week for sure. I was listening to it. Oh my goodness, he was something else. He was pretty stressed. He was worried about the game, but he figured they'd pull it out. Just because that's just what Alabama does.
Sure. What part of Texas do you guys live in?
We live in East Texas, close to Tyler, Texas.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I got you.
But the game this week, of course, he said it's obviously Alabama's going to win. 48-10 is what he gave me.
Okay,
it's going to be the score.
All right, 48-10. Give me Southern Miss total yards.
222.
222, 48-10, 222. Well, Rebecca, I appreciate you calling in his score, and be listening next week, and we will announce their winner. We're still waiting. We had a winner, but he hasn't called in today. Normally, we try to announce it when someone calls in. So if you think you're close, you might want to call in. So thank you again, Rebecca.
All right, thanks.
Roll Tide to you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Tyler, Texas, checking in. Appreciate that. 205-342-9904. Hey, Ram. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, Ryan. How you doing, my friend?
It's a great day to be alive. Travis Tritt said it, but I agree with him.
That's right. I think we're going to have a very methodical victory against Southern Miss, which we should. And I'm thinking we're going to rack up 52 points, so they're 10. And,
okay, 52-10?
Right, and I think we're going to hold them down to about 220 yards total offense.
Okay. 220, 52-10, 220. Got it.
I'm looking for B-Rob to have 100 yards.
That'd be nice. And just get some confidence, get some momentum going in that side.
Right.
Nick Saban talked a lot about momentum following the game. He talked about how we lost momentum. He talked about on Monday how we lost momentum in that game. Well, get it back. Get some confidence. Get going in the right direction, because the rushing attack is going to be awfully important. I know Jumbo doesn't want us to bring up Ole Miss, but it will be awfully important in that game.
It sure will, Ryan. It sure will. We need to keep their offense off the field, and we can do it by making long drives with the running game.
Let's do it, and let's get it cranked up.
All right, my friend. I'll let other folks call in, and you're the best. Roll Tide.
Thank you. Ram in Northport, we appreciate you calling in. 205-342-9904, 205-342-9904. I'd like to remind you about the Wharf. You'll find it right there on Highway 82. It's between Winn-Dixie and the Blue Plate. If you're looking for the many different types of jeans, including all those different Levi jeans, you will find that available. When you look at other things, whether it's camouflage, whether it's boots, they got casual boots, work boots. You will find all of that available right there at the Wharf. Go by and see those guys. Tell them the game sent you since 1976. But do remind when you look at the different Levi's, when you look at all the different things there, pants, shirts, jackets, go by and see Levi, Lee, the top name brands, washed, unwashed, the Western Rodeo editions there by George Strait. You will find all of that available right there at the Wharf. Right there between Blue Plate and the Winn-Dixie, you will find the Wharf since 1976 of serving West Alabama for the working Western headquarters here. We'll continue. We're going to get Dale in Moundville coming up in just a couple of minutes. Looks like Corey and then Ron in Maryland. Tide 100.9, the home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
Get 15% off a set of BrakeMess Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You are listening to Alabama Tradition with Martin Houston and Ryan Fowler. Your connection to Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama Athletics on Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
To the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar a double round of Crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same, 'cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make
I've been trying to give away some tickets. I got some concert tickets. Santana, they're coming to Tuscaloosa, and you can win a pair every day here on the show. But we have no phone lines to give them away. So why don't we just say this? The next person who either on the air or off the air who says, I'll take the tickets, you can have a pair of Santana. They're coming to Tuscaloosa, and you can win a pair right here on the game. But phone lines have been completely jammed up. We'll give away another pair tomorrow. And here we go. Dale, good afternoon. You're in the game.
Well, hey, Ryan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. You want a pair of Santana tickets?
Yeah.
You want them?
Sure.
Okay. You got them.
Thank you.
There you go. He's coming. It is this coming Friday night. Carlos Santana.
What time is it concert?
I don't know the exact time. I would imagine 7 o'clock, but I don't know that for certain.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Ron, I just got off work. I'll make this quick.
Well, you're working late.
Yeah. Yeah.
But making all that money.
Oh, boy.
Hey, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, Carlos Santana.
Oh, okay. That's
8
good.
o'clock.
I work till 6 Friday, but I'll have plenty of time.
I got you.
I'll make this quick, though, Ryan. I'm going to say Alabama 35.
Okay.
And Southern Miss 28.
Do what?
Yep.
Hey,
Until we start playing Alabama defense, I'm kind of ticked off at them.
You mad at him?
Yeah, I'm mad at them, man.
All right, 35-28. 35,
Yeah.
35-28. You're mad at Alabama, so you're going to predict that score, okay?
Yeah, hopefully they'll prove me wrong. You know, hopefully they'll man up on defense like Will Anderson said. That's all he's been talking about, how they're going to improve, so we're going to see. He said they got to take it more serious. For them not to be, I thought they was already taking it serious, right? That's what I was thinking, man. But apparently not.
It doesn't sound good. But hey, you know what? I like Will Anderson. So the first part of admitting you got a problem, and I even like the way that he did the self-evaluation. He said, "Hey, I'm not a leader that leads with jumping at everybody's face, but I need to be that way. I don't need to be a selfish guy." Man, I tell you, man, this guy easily, not just the way he plays, but he's becoming like one of my favorite dudes.
I appreciate him telling the truth.
Sure.
Now we know, That may have been the problem for the last couple of years.
There you go.
And anyway, I'm going to say it's supposed to be Southern Miss's total yard.
Yes, it is. Total offensive yards for the Golden Eagles.
300.
300. 35-28. Alabama defense, until you play better, Dale's going to pick you with a low score. So there we go. 35-28. 300. It's the highest. It's the highest yard, too. Thank you, Dale. So the Santana tickets are gone. So, Dale, first caller, I just said first caller who tells me they want them. Let's go 205-342-9904. We'll go to Corey in Trustville. Corey, good afternoon. You're in the game.
Hey, Ryan. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
You know, I look at this team, and there's two things that Will Anderson said that stuck out to me. They're extremely alarming to me. Number one, he said that football is not a priority. If football is not a priority, then why do we play? You know what I mean?
I do.
Why are we even playing the season? I mean, then we should just pack up and not even go out on the field. I mean, what's the point? Would you agree?
That was something right there, and I don't think he was trying to throw his team under the bus. I think he just wanted more attention to detail. And, that's the Nick Saban way of doing things. Attention to detail, attention to detail, attention to detail. Nick Saban is not going to out-scheme somebody. But what he's going to do is he's going to beat you on the basic fundamentals of football.
And then the second thing is it's not what Will Anderson said, but I think that Will Anderson, from what I've seen, is the only leader on the defense, in my opinion.
I don't think that's. I don't think it's accurate. I think they've got more leaders on that side of the field. I think Fedarian Mathis is a leader.
Well, then where is it then? Then where is it?
I think Jordan Battle's a leader. I think Christian Harris is a leader. I think Henry To'oTo'o is a leader. I think they've got leaders. Now, I don't think. I mean, I'm not going to call anybody out, but I think Jordan Battle's the only leader in that secondary.
I think Alabama has a sense of entitlement, and I think the NIL has caused a problem.
Everybody says that, but I don't believe it, man.
But I do think there is a sense of entitlement.
I mean, one guy's getting a free hamburger, one guy's getting a free pizza.
But would you agree that there is a sense of entitlement on this team?
It's hard to say that after 2 games. But I do think when you show up, you think people are just going to roll over. Alabama has beat a lot of people just by getting off the bus. And that script day, that Alabama logo going, oh, no. Here comes a butt kicking. No, man, I don't want this. Alabama wins a lot of games by getting off the bus.
Do you remember when Reggie Ragland said, teams don't fear Alabama anymore?
Absolutely. Sure I do. I've talked to Reggie about that statement.
Well, I wonder if that's starting to rear its ugly head again.
I don't think so.
But let me go and give
But
you
it was one of my favorite lines, and I can tell you who wrote the story. Because I remember it, Adam Rittenberg. Adam Rittenberg did the story. Google it.
He's a good columnist.
Yeah, he is.
But I'll go and give you my score. I think Alabama will play well. I mean, I think what we need is I told someone this. I said, look, we don't need to expose ourselves any more harm and danger to Ole Miss than we already have. I think we need to go out there and put a solid performance. So I'm going to go 56-7, Alabama.
56-7?
Yes.
Okay. And total yards for the Golden Eagles?
I'm going to go 270.
270.
And I do agree with whatever.
270 is a great deer rifle, by the way. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yes, 270 is a really good deer rifle. I don't have one. I mean, I don't like guns, but I mean.
When does deer season start?
Let's see. Bow season will come in next month. So bow season will come in, and then
tomorrow's supposed to feel real good.
Yeah, we actually have somebody coming on Thursday that we are going to actually speak to somebody in the last 15, 20 minutes, someone who means a lot to hunting in the state of Alabama, and we're going to be giving away some things that is going to be you'll like it. Just trust me.
I wonder if it'll feel like fall temperature in Bryant-Denny Saturday.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because I don't know. And one more thing before I go, have you seen Alabama's schedule, at least for next year?
Alabama football? I mean, I know that.
Yeah, the SEC network is releasing the schedules, and it's just
for next year already?
Yeah, they're doing an hour long. It started at 6. They're doing an hour long of showing the schedules
of football?
Yeah.
That's a dumb promotion.
I guess. But,
well, I mean, not that it. I mean, why would you do it in September? We really struggle with this thing. I'm not talking about we as you and I, but the SEC really struggles with this thing called marketing.
I guess it's for entertainment.
Well, I mean, can the SEC not entertain? I mean, the SEC network, I mean, you would think they've got plenty of time to entertain right now. There's plenty of things to talk about. Why release it right now?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing, but
I mean, it's nothing against the host. I mean, this is made like a, whomever.
What have you heard coming out of practice today? Because I think Saban gave the players a couple of days off. But what did you hear about practice today?
I haven't got a text, but I will.
Okay.
And I get something just about every day from about 3 people. I'll reach out to them here in a couple of seconds.
Well, I hope we.
Now, let me ask you this though: if it's bad, do you want me to tell you, or just keep it between myself?
Well, I like honesty.
Okay. Me too. Thanks, Corey. Hope you have a great day, man.
Good talk to you, Ron. Roll Tide.
Right back to you. We'll go to Ron in Maryland coming up on the other side. If you want to jump in, 205-342-9904. Tuscaloosa's longest-running sports show. I'm Ryan Fowler. This is The Game on Tide 100.9, the home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
O'Reilly! You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's awesome. You're having no fun. Have some fun, man. Talking Alabama Crimson Tide football on Alabama Tradition with Martin Houston and Ryan Fowler in Tuscaloosa on Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Then I'll float on down the river to Cajun Hideaway. Rip away like Tom Sawyer. Ride a Ralph with old Huck Finn. Take a nap like Rip Van Winkle. They streaming again. Some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Then I'll float on down the river to Cajun Hideaway.
All right, so the 2022 schedule that Corey was talking about a couple of minutes ago, the 2022 schedule, we open up Utah State here on the road.
I thought y'all liked those blowout games.
We don't like them.
No, I thought y'all liked those blowout games. The 31-29 is too close.
Too close. It's very too close.
But you want your joyless murder ball. There it is.
Utah State here. It's a big one.
Real comfortable watch. No stress.
No stress.
Everybody's crying about having to stress because of the Florida game. I mean, there you go.
We want to beat
comfortable watch.
We want to beat Florida just like we do all these other teams.
All those other teams are bad at football.
Texas on the road, they're pretty bad at football. We'll go down there and lay a whipping on them. That'll be the second game. Man, this graphic is hard to see. Who is that third game? Can you see it? Wow. You think they could have put a little color in this thing?
You could put your glasses on.
Is that what it is? Hold on, let me get my glasses on. What's that third game? I still can't read that third game.
It's UL Louisiana Monroe. That one is pretty hard to see.
Yeah, that one is a little. That was a little bit tricky. Vanderbilt, get your tickets now. That'll be here. Woo! Arkansas on the road. Texas A&M here. Tennessee on the road. Mississippi State here. LSU on the road. Ole Miss on the road. And then
Austin P.
Yeah. That's a big one. Get your tickets now. And then we'll play Auburn.
That sounds just like the schedule everybody wants. I mean,
Greg Burns going to have
peasy.
a hard time selling those tickets. Good luck in that.
But ain't nobody going to be stressed out. Bryce Young, he's going to throw for about 5,000 yards on that schedule.
Maybe more. I mean, really, if you look at it, because Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin's probably going to be gone. Wikipedia will still be down at Auburn, so that'll be year number 2. Texas A&M here, they're not beating us here. Maybe Tony's right. Maybe
Boy, this is real fun, isn't it? Yeah.
This is undefeated. Surely, anyway, that's a weak schedule. Ron, good afternoon. You're in the game.
Roll Tide, Ryan.
Yeah, I'd feel bad for. So your home games are Utah State and ULM, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Austin P, and Auburn.
That's all you can say.
Yeah. Greg, you better hire some good marketing people.
Maybe they'll have some good giveaways or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a pretty tough one there.
I mean, the free gift is the lack of stress. You don't have to worry about any of these opponents.
We don't want to worry about them. We just want to smack everybody in the mouth. And we want Texas to – we'll beat Texas on the road so bad. Anyway. We don't like these stress games. It's 31-29. Ron, were you stressed during that game?
Oh, Lord. It reminded me how stressed I can get during an Alabama football game.
Yeah, sure.
Brian, I could not believe it. You know, we only lost 2 defensive linemen off of last year's team. Topshire transferred. He didn't play much. And Christian Barmore. And we just could
Christian
not
had
stop
a big
the
play
run.
on Saturday, but go ahead.
We couldn't stop the run. They had a 99-yard drive.
And we did
one
stop them
player
on first
made
and
that
second
big of a
down,
difference.
but third down we took a bad angle.
Yeah, didn't they have a 3rd and 19 and they picked that up?
That was later, but I'm talking about the 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't remember when. I just remember there was a 3rd and 19.
This one was
and
4 minutes and 15 seconds to go, or 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. And we stopped him on first and second down, 3rd and 10. And I think we had it played correctly. Just took a bad angle.
Well, I just don't understand it because we really lost one player that played much on the defensive line. We're loaded at linebacker. Why can't we stop the run? We lost on both sides of the ball. We averaged 3.3 yards per rush, and Florida averaged 5.7. So they were whipping us on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, we got a little whipped up there. We got a little whipped, and
yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Well, maybe they can get it straightened out. You know, offensive line is the toughest unit to get prepared for a season, and I do remember during our fall camp, some of the guys that were going to be started They were injured here and there and missed time and stuff. So maybe they just haven't got their stuff together yet. But Coach Saban, the way he talked, he thinks that they just need to tweak it a little bit and they'll be okay.
Sure.
But I don't know. I like it when we just blow people right off the line of scrimmage.
No, it is. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, but hopefully that today, maybe they'll find a way to be a little bit more competitive on that side. I mean, it'd be nice if they would.
So are you going to give us an update on practice before you get off the air tonight?
Let's see. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing that I'll get anything. But normally I get a little bit of update. Normally I get a phone call and a text message. So.
Because I sure hope it's good. Well, let me give you my
I don't know
pick.
if I'd tell you if it was bad.
Oh, I think I'd rather hear the truth one way or the other.
I mean, I could just make up stuff and get you stressed out.
No, I could do that myself. I don't need contacts in Tuscaloosa to be able to do that.
All right, Ron, give me a score. What do you think?
All righty. 45-7.
45-7?
230.
230.
Yeah, and 237.
Got it. Thank you, Ron.
All right, Roll Tide.
Right back to you. Roll Tide, Ron in Maryland. We will wrap up the loose ends. Oh, Doomsday's up on hold. We haven't even heard from Doomsday this week. He's got plenty of ammunition. He's next. T-Town Tide 100.9, the home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
Get 15% off a set of BrakeBest Select, Select Pro, or Import Direct brake pads and 2 rotors now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
We'll maintain the chance of a few passing showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. The high today 83, tonight's low 65. Tomorrow showers ending early in the day, becoming mostly sunny, breezy, cooler, and less humid. The high 75. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 83 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
The host of the game, Ryan Fowler, and the host of the Martin Houston Show, Martin Houston, have combined to offer a show filled with in-depth analysis of Alabama football and more. Alabama Tradition broadcasts live on Tide 100.9 every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. and is available live and on playback on numerous affiliates around the Southeast. Check out alabamatradition.com for a list of affiliates, as well as other great content.
Jack and Diane painted a picture of my life and my dreams. Suddenly this crazy world
Hey, we've got the
made more
Hillcrest
sense
Huddle
to
coming up
me.
7 o'clock. We will turn it over to those guys. They'll talk a little Hillcrest football, and we'll get right back to phone calls here. We were looking so excited to talk with Doomsday Danny. Good afternoon, Doomsday. You're in the game.
Hey, Fowler.
How you doing?
Hey, hold on a minute. I'm going to have to get in a different place. I'm calling from a center. I'm getting in a quieter place. Here we go. I'm calling from a rehab.
You are?
Yeah, I'm trying to get off the Saban sauce and this Crimson Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, when you called on Friday, you were intoxicated.
Yeah, you daggum right I was. I drove up to Tennessee and got liquored up and
got some lottery tickets.
I heard everybody talking about how bad we was going to beat Florida, and I just got on the sauce and man, I got liquored up. All that Kool-Aid, it was a bad day for me. But Fowler, let me back up a minute.
Okay.
Do you know how Doomsday Danny come about?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, back after A-Day game, you and Paul the Prophet Paul,
yes,
and a few others, was hoisting up the 2021 National Championship trophy. And I tried to talk you down, and then before fall practice come around, I was bringing up some things like every one of these callers did yesterday on Milkshake Monday. They were saying what I said back early in the summer. We're young. We got new coaches. We've lost too many players to the NFL. The list goes on. I mean, Fowler, you were talking about reloading. I was talking about rebuilding. And henceforth, there came Doomsday Danny. Doom and gloom. But Fowler, I'm taking the game ball this week. Jumbo had it last week. I'm taking it this week. I seen this coming. Why can't everybody? I can't understand why they couldn't see it coming. And Fowler, I'm a little bit.
I would like to remind people that I thought this defense had a chance to be 2016 good.
I know you did. You've been harping on it, and a lot of people have. But when you can't stop the run and you can't run, it's going to be a long season, Hoss. But Fowler, it's okay. And like Tony said,
and Christmas.
Fowler, like Tony said, and I think I've kind of noticed it in your tone. You changing your expectations. I was expecting this early, but I got on the sauce and I got on that Kool-Aid and you was pouring in on heavy, you know.
I know.
And oh goodness, they making an announcement. The rehab center. Sorry about that. I thought I was in a quiet place.
Oh, you got to get called in somewhere. I mean, they gonna pull you out of here. Do they know that you're making the phone call?
I guess I just got a few more minutes. I got to get back.
All right. Well, I also gotta point out something else to you too. I got to get a score, but I do want to.
Oh gosh.
I do want to congratulate you on all of us, on behalf of all of us here at the game. You picked up the score prediction contest.
Well, looky there, Fowler.
You did.
Well, looky there.
I mean, you did. Doomsday. And I mean, it paid off. It paid off being Doomsday last week. You didn't believe in Alabama, and it paid off.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You had to pick that score early, because if I'd have picked it Friday, it'd have been 60-0.
Oh, that's right. You did. You wanted to change.
Yeah.
That's right. You did. You wanted to change your score, and I wouldn't let you.
I got liquored up, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Dr. Battaglia, call extension 198. Dr. Battaglia, extension 198.
Oh, sorry about that. But look, I ain't got long. But, hey, I got to give you a score. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look, be quiet. Be quiet. Look, this is a rebuilding year, and we got to get used to it.
Rebuilding? We don't rebuild in Tuscaloosa. We reload, Danny.
I know it. You still host. Look, I'm telling you, you got to realize we don't have it this year, Fowler. Now we got it, and they're going to be good next year, and they could grow up this year. But they got a lot. We're missing the experience, like I said.
All
everybody's been saying.
I got like 30 seconds, man. You got to.
You got to
hurry. Give me a score. Right. Give me a score, Doomsday.
57-0. 160 on the yard.
I got it. Thanks. Thanks, Doomsday. Be good, man.
Hey, Fowler, I got to go.
All right. Go catch that dog.
See you.
Doomsday doesn't believe. Hillcrest Huddle coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock right here on the game on Tide 100.9. Good night, T-Town.
Well, I'm from a map.